I'm Elizabeth Henson. Welcome to the Messy Success Podcast, where I'm helping creative dreamers and overachievers tackle business and life. After 6 years of being my own boss, I finally unraveled a tiny bit of what it takes to survive in this amazing world of being an overly creative entrepreneur. I'm your business bestie, here to help you with all those big ideas and to normalize some of the day-to-day struggles that we all share. My mission is simple. I want more women to make a living doing what they love and to feel good about themselves in the process. The best way to start? We can't do it alone. So welcome. I hope you'll hang out with me here where it's totally okay to be messy. Hello. Welcome to another episode of the Messy Success Podcast. You guys, Elizabeth here, your host. I'm so excited. Today's going to be short and sweet, but oh so important. We are gearing up for our Shine the Light Challenge that is beginning on Monday, May 20th. This is our third time doing this challenge. I'm so excited. So if you haven't signed up yet, I hope that you will go sign up. You can get there at elizabethhenson.co/STLS info. STLS info. elizabethhenson.co. You can actually probably get there from the homepage too. But let's get rolling because we are going to talk about some really great stuff today, you guys. I just wanted to first share with you, I like to really share behind the scenes and what's going on in my business. I try to be completely transparent in my growth, in my struggles, and all the things. So last week I was struggling with the usual Facebook ads, sales copy, all the things like my little humps that I'm having, my speed bumps as my business is growing. And I was really just spinning my wheels, feeling very small, very invisible. And I was talking to my amazing project manager and I was like, I know it's just like one of those days, I'm struggling, blah, blah, blah. And then that afternoon, I got on a coaching call where I was being coached, not where I was coaching. And I was not even a part of it. I was just witnessing somebody else be coached. And they were having very, very similar struggles. Sure, hers were more related to, how can I pour money into Facebook when I don't have, income from my business or whatever. And the coach simply said, this was one of James Wedmore's team coaches, they're incredible, that, every moment we have a choice on where we focus our attention. Are we going to focus on our problems or on our ideal outcomes? And basically, he was sharing that, instead of, talking with our team and being down in the dumps, we have to constantly operate from a place of leadership. And, Jessica and I are friends, so I love our working relationship. But instead of sharing that particular struggle, I should be so focused on this is going to be our best launch yet. And no matter how hard it is, all we have to do is do better than next time, do better than last time. And it's going to be our best launch yet. Like if we focus on that, if we focus on that one thing, making this our best launch yet, then none of the little speed bumps or hurdles feel as heavy, right? Like, of course, there's going to be learning moments, right? Every single time that we make a mistake or we don't get it right, like that's an opportunity to learn, to get feedback, to gather data, all the things. But I need to be constantly operating from that place of leadership and that place of what type of energy do I want my team feeding off of? Do I want them to feed off that energy of like, I'm just struggling today? Or do I want them to feed off of the energy that this is going to be our best launch yet? So that was a good little learning moment for me last week. It helped me get out of my rut a little bit and just remember that we need to always focus on our ideal outcomes more than we focus on our problems. Of course, we have to problem solve. Of course, we have to have learning moments, but we get to choose where we focus our attention, right? And if our attention is focused on the ideal outcome, we're going to solve the problems in a much more productive and positive manner. So I hope that was helpful. So the next thing I want to talk about, my question of the week this week has been, if you made so much money If you made so much in your business that you could donate to any charity or cause or organization, nonprofit, which organization would you choose and why? That was my big question of the week that I have put in all the different places, all the Facebook groups, Instagram stories, in my email, you name it, I asked that question. And I asked that question because I love hearing people's answers. I love knowing that I am surrounded by such amazing people that have these incredible dreams and ambitions to do good with their platform and to do bigger things with their platform. So that was incredible, just like seeing and hearing my audience and what they believe in and where their core values are. That was awesome. But I also asked this question because I wanted to turn around on the flip side and ask the question of like, why wait? Like, why do we have to wait to use our platform for something that's bigger than us, right? We can do that now. Now, I know that's like, okay, we don't have this like endless pile of money, right? But we can donate our time. We can share. We can simply share about the organization that we believe in. And maybe just sharing it will get it in front of somebody who can donate. We can talk about it. We can educate around that subject. Like, why wait? Why keep these meaningful, change the world type of dreams in our pocket when we can actually put them front center of our business, of our life's purpose, if we want to, right? Like, why wait? So I was asking myself that question, and I knew that, our Shine the Light Challenge is happening next week. And my big why, how this challenge even came about in the first place, was, because I was very personally affected by some school violence incidents, some bullying that was happening to some of my adult friends, which is crazy. And just looking at my kids and knowing that I wanted to really teach them that, like, don't ever let another kid eat alone in the cafeteria, right? Like, don't turn a blind eye to someone that is sad or someone that you could simply make their day by saying hello. I don't want my kids being blind to that. I want them to be very aware of the fact that a simple act of kindness could change someone's path and change their day. And I just felt really inclined, really called, really driven to do something and to speak out about it and to somehow, my business that I have, helping other women entrepreneurs and helping other business owners, like somehow I just wanted to intertwine the two. And that's how the Shine Light Challenge came about almost a year ago. And the first one was amazing. It was just incredible. And then we turned around and we did it a second time in December, which was also great. So that's my why behind it. And the second round of the challenge, I talked about an organization called Rachel's Challenge. And Rachel's Challenge is built around an organization. Rachel was the very first victim in the Columbine High School shooting. And her family put together this organization that goes and they speak to different high schools about her story and, about kindness. And it's a really, really incredible program that completely can change the dynamic of a high school if these kids get to watch this program, especially if they could somehow watch it every year. And it's a small thing that goes a really long way. And I saw it when I was a teacher, so I know that it's good and I believe in it. And, I'm not really in a place where I want to reinvent the wheel and come up with my own nonprofit, but I can fully support a nonprofit, right? So I decided that for every person who participates in the Shine the Light Challenge next week, I am going to donate $2 to Rachel's Challenge and be able to fund some actual students to see this program. And if I can raise $200, that will get 48 students in front of this program. And it's incredible. And you can check it out at rachelschallenge.org. I'm going to put all of this in the show notes. And all you have to do is participate in the challenge. And it's such an easy, I've made it so easy for people to participate. You can actually go and raise your $2 today by making sure that you're signed up for the challenge. And then you will get an email that has a very simple checklist. And all you have to do is be on the email list and be in the challenge Facebook group, signed up for the workshop that is happening Friday, May 24th, and then share it with a friend. 4 simple steps, and you can be part of helping me raise that $200. And you don't have to donate a dime. I'm doing all of this. But for every person that participates in the challenge, I'm personally going to donate $2. So if we can get that $200 mark, we can fund 48 kids. And hopefully we'll go over that, right? But that's my goal. That's the goal that I'm trying to reach. So if you have not yet signed up for the challenge, I want to be sure that you do that. Elizabeth Henson, or just elizabethhenson.co will get you there. elizabethhenson.co/STLS challenge. And again, I will put that all in the show notes for you. But I am so excited. So what exactly happens in the challenge? So the challenge is 5 days. We've done 8 days in the past, but I felt like that was a little long and people were falling off the wagon. So we're just doing 5 days this time. I'm going to send an email with your challenge in the morning, your challenge for that day. It's going to be some way of getting you out of your comfort zone, getting you shining the light on other people so that you can be remembered, right? We remember the people that are kind to us. We remember the people that tell us that we're inspiring or we're doing something great. We remember those moments, and we have the power to do that for other people. I have talked about that time and time again if you've been listening to this podcast for a while. That superpower to change someone's day. So every daily challenge has something to do with making you stop, your daily tunnel vision and take 5 minutes to shine the light on somebody else. And in turn, this is going to grow your business. And I know you may not believe me, but just give it a try. So every day there'll be a challenge. We have 2 amazing guest speakers. Angie McPherson is going to be talking about how to get more engagement on Instagram. And Sharon Hunley is going to be joining us, sharing some true and authentic stories of how she has grown her business with real life relationships. And I'm sure she's got something else amazing up her sleeve too. And then I will be sharing. And then Friday, I'm doing an actual workshop. This is the first time this year that I'm doing this. I'm doing an actual Zoom group call workshop where I will be teaching hands-on virtually, how to build a community around your brand and how to actually build your business with love and less strategy. More love, less strategy. So I hope that you will participate and help me raise money for Rachel's challenge. And obviously, I want you to participate because I want to help you grow your business. And I know that you can do it. And I don't know why we wait. Let's not wait to support these amazing causes. Let's not wait to start building that life that we envision, that life that we want. We can start today. Okay. So that was the big rundown of the Shine Light Challenge that is starting on Monday. Okay, today is Thursday when this podcast episode will be coming out. So make sure you head over to the show notes. Those are going to be at Elizabeth Henson Photos /35, elizabethhensonphotos.com/35. You can always just find your way there by going to elizabethhenson.co, fumbling around the podcast page as well. But go get in there, get signed up for the challenge. I hope that you will join us. It's going to be great. If you're listening to this podcast after the fact, this challenge comes around twice a year. So don't hesitate to sign up. Make sure that you're on the list to get into the next one. I tend to get them going in May and December, but that's it. 2 times a year. It happens in a pop-up Facebook group. So it's a very short-term thing, a short-term commitment. And then, yes, we'll grow your business. We'll get some momentum for you online. I am trying to put out into the world that, real is better than perfect, that we don't always have to be about these perfectly curated, strategized squares, that we can live our real life online the same way that we would in person and still see massive business growth and success. So I hope that you'll join us. I hope that you'll follow along. Thanks for listening today. Let me know if any of this was helpful. Remember that every minute we have a choice on, are we going to focus on our problems? Or are we going to focus on the ideal outcomes? So, all right, have a good day. Thanks for tuning in.